Big topic of conversation today on the show was Sky meeting one of her favorite artists of all time.
Wow.
Macklemore yesterday.
Did it, Sky.
I did do it.
Does anybody say that? One of your favorite artists of all time, Macklemore? Has that sentence ever been said?
I'm sure it
think so.
has.
You think?
I'm sure one or two.
So you met him yesterday.
Yes, I did.
It didn't go well. When
Well-
we heard it, we saw it.
It was a little awkward.
Uncomfortable.
You know, I have a question. Your husband loves Macklemore, right?
Yes.
Any thought about bringing him? Because if like Eminem was here, obviously he's another level of artist.
I mean, I think they're the same.
Yeah. Very interchangeable. Go ahead.
I would have to bring my wife.
Well,
Otherwise, she
she's-
would slit my throat.
She's as big of a fan.
Yeah. So I figured. No thought about going. Hey, do you want to come with me?
Like when The Offspring was in studio, Robert's a fan. I'm a big fan. Robert came with us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Robert
true.
stopped it.
That is
I
true.
invited him.
And you were annoyed that he was there the whole time and yelled at him. But yeah, okay. He was.
I thought it was weird that he was standing around in the back, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Well, maybe the reason why the boo didn't come is Sky was maybe considering a little sneaking and geeking.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
So yeah, that Macklemore meet and greet was beyond cringe. Like I couldn't.
in your opinion.
I mean,
the
anybody
world's
can
opinion.
watch
I
the video.
blacked out a little. And for the record,
Why were you jumping up and down?
because I was excited and
But
blacked out.
Sky, you were around a famous person.
And not just him, like something I actually didn't mention on the air, like one of the biggest record reps from Warner Brothers label was standing like literally right
Why
there.
was there somebody else here? Why are you flipping me off?
Because that's a fucked up thing
That's
to
a
say.
great
point.
That
I
is
don't-
a fucked up thing
What
to
other
say.
artist was here
Was
yesterday?
Imagine Dragons here?
Oh, no, she was here to help escort Macklemore around.
He's on a label?
Honestly, though, I thought he was an independent artist.
He was.
Oh.
I don't know if she's just helping to facilitate the tour or if he eventually like caved in and signed with the major label.
Sell out.
Yeah. But to answer your question, Thor, the hubby was there when I got the news that Macklemore was going to be here. He was the one who encouraged me to go, but he could not make it because he had pickup duty. School
Oh
pickup.
man, you could have had somebody else pick her up.
Who?
Oh, you don't have friends at the school?
You gonna go pick her up?
Sure. No, I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
right.
skipped my nap.
Wow.
But you couldn't have had a
That's
friend pick
That's a
up.
lie. Yeah, I don't know. It was just so last minute, and like she didn't know someone would pick her up. So
What's the boo gonna do?
well, and that's
He's
the other.
gonna meet a human being
Yeah.
who's
Could've-
famous.
It couldn't have got any worse.
Well, that's true.
He would have done a lot of this, and you can't see me, obviously, unless you're watching the YouTube channel. A lot of this.
Well, you would have had
That's exactly what he would have done.
his wife there acting the way she was, jumping up and down, double thumbs up,
Nailing
acting
it.
like a complete weirdo.
Yep.
And then you would have had a mute there who wouldn't have said a word to the guy.
Yeah.
A lot of hums.
Yeah.
All right.
What's Sky saying? Oh, you know, my daughter, and then eye rolls, and then the boo would have been.
It's exactly like that.
Okay, whatever.
Dead
I mean,
on.
we know how it would have gone. So.
Yeah, but otherwise, like, totally would have brought the hubby because he's just as big, if not a bigger fan than I am.
He founded
He's
Macklemore.
a bigger fan.
He's the one who found Macklemore.
I know, but that was a long
and,
time
like,
ago.
Sat me down. I totally remember in the backyard, and like had
Wow, what a
me
day.
watch his YouTube videos.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, I get it, but he's continued to be that big of a fan?
yeah.
I'm surprised.
He was
by that.
upset last night. He did not play the song Willy Wonka, one of the Boo's favorites.
Oh, boy. I don't. Sorry, everybody.
Okay, maybe I shared a little too
You
much.
shouldn't have
of
shared
one.
that.
Deep
Yeah.
cut.
You shouldn't have shared that one.
Deep Macklemore.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka. It's a good one.
So I guess then that sort of answers the question, but I mean, I don't know if you had ulterior motives.
Oh, is that what you were thinking?
Well, I don't know. If you didn't bring the boo, I thought maybe you would have, if Macklemore, because Macklemore gave you a really long hug,
very long.
and I was like, oh, is this something sexual
Very
Whoa.
going on?
Oh.
How could
You
it
know?
not be?
What?
Take a
Yeah.
look at Sky, and you're like, hell yeah. Give
Well,
me
it-
some of that, man, that tiny head.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a normal size head.
Maybe he's got a fetish for like tiny heads,
He could.
you know?
I don't know.
Well, if you're a rock star or you know a performer, you know, you get kind of bored with the usual,
Totally.
and then you finally see something you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
A head like that,
It's a normal size.
head a Chihuahua head
It's
on a
so
human,
tiny.
Very
Chihuahua
tiny.
and
head.
you're like,
It's a
"Ooh,
very
okay,
tiny head.
It's a
okay."
normal size
No,
head.
I think my dog Tito's head's a little
It's
bit
bigger.
bigger. Who's a Chihuahua? Yeah.
I remember when David Lee Roth was shaking his pelvic area at your face and saying, "I want to fuck you"
I do remember that
at a concert.
concert. I do remember being
was
traumatized.
mouthing that
Yeah,
to you?
that was a lot.
Yeah, so there you go. That tells me, like, you know, everything I need to know.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Well, it's actually crazy you said this because I was kind of caught off guard because I had a couple different friends when I like sent them the picture like, oh shit, look what just happened. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Who were like, oh, did you want to hook up with him? Do you think he was like into you? Like lots
What?
of people made it.
What?
Lots of people made
Do
it
you think he
sexual.
was into you?
What?
Yeah, like lots of people
Like
made
right
it
in that moment?
sexual, and then like when we posted the video on our social this morning of the lovely meeting between the two of us,
Awful.
there's comments from listeners being like sky's moist and like all this stuff.
Well, you're always
Oh, that's
moist.
Okay, well that's a different subject.
I
though.
didn't get sexual
You
vibes.
didn't?
When you turned around with your legs spread and gave the thumbs up to the camera,
Double thumbs.
I didn't. Not only did my penis go inside, but I think Macklemore's did as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't get sexual vibes.
Do you notice that Macklemore, after the hug, wouldn't make eye contact with what was going on? He wasn't even looking at Sky.
No.
You know
He was
why?
leaning against the wall, looking the other way.
You know why it was probably a long hug? Because he went in for the hug and then probably was so mind blown about that smell and was trying to figure out what the fuck
Like
is
a
that
human
smell.
can smell like that?
Yeah.
I put on a fresh layer of deodorant before I came
Oh,
back to the
what about the
radio
hair? Was it
station.
washed?
I had washed it the night before. Yeah, so I'm good.
Okay.
What do you think it smelled like weed in there? I was worried
I
about
don't
it.
know what
honestly.
it smells like. In
I
there.
was honestly worried about it because you know he's a sober guy, Macklemore.
I mean,
and
that
I'm like,
doesn't.
What,
So
was he going to relapse from your hair?
He's gonna smell
What
weed
the
and
fuck
then
are you
start
talking
slamming
about?
heroin in his arm.
Well, no, I just don't want him to be like, druggy, you know?
Well, you are.
I know, but I don't want him to know that.
okay.
Is what
You
I'm
don't want him
saying.
to think a certain way about you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What do you want him to think?
Stoner.
Corny mom.
No, this hot lady here with
Yeah.
her free hugs shirt. I'm gonna pull her in the back here.
Yeah.
That's what would you have gone?
gonna rail
in,
this
in all-
chick.
In all honesty, if
Yeah.
you're a single gal,
Yeah.
Here we
If
go.
I'm a single
yeah,
gal,
if you were married,
Single gal.
Okay.
and Macklemore throws down like, hey, you know,
Hey.
come on backstage tonight.
Yeah.
now
Mac-
is he
what's his
single
Mackle
as well?
dick?
I don't know. Is he not?
Because
I
he's
know
married.
nothing about the guy.
You don't? You haven't read the biography?
I don't know anything about the guy.
Yeah, he's married and has kids. So are you saying we're both single?
I mean, he's a rock star, so
Yeah,
It doesn't
whatever.
matter.
Doesn't
Whatever.
matter, Emily?
Yeah, you got to check into that, Sky. You got to look into that.
Yeah, Dave Grohl also married children. If Dave Grohl says, "Hey, meet me backstage," what are you doing? Emily?
I'm going fucking backstage to see Dave Grohl.
And that's
Whoa.
whether she's in a relationship or not.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So
Fuck yeah, I'm going
yeah,
backstage.
So Mac, I guess Mac will say, for your sake, he's also single.
He's available.
He says, "Hey, why don't you come backstage tonight? You know what the deal is.
Yeah.
You going?"
I don't look at him like that. Like, and this is what I was telling my friend last
He's more
night.
friend vibe.
Yeah.
What
Your
do you-
friend zone and
your
your
friend
friend
zone.
zone and Macklemore.
Macklemore. What are you talking about?
Like, I love him so much professionally. Like, on a professional
Yeah,
level.
my wife doesn't feel this way about Eminem.
No. And
Do
most.
you know how she feels?
Yeah, she would push me out of the way and
Really?
say, see you later.
And how would you feel about that?
I'd be bummed, but I'd be like, I get it.
I feel like you do the same.
Yeah, you would probably. If he made the offer, I think you're going.
that's right.
I think
Wait
you're
a minute.
going.
Wait a minute.
So like lots of people had their minds blown because I like honestly never even mentally went there. And I get he's like my favorite musical artist. Now like with Dave Matthews, I've mentally gone there over the years.
Excuse me?
Yeah, like Dave.
He's such a hunk.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
What?
Is
Sky
he not a
has
looker? I don't know what he looks like necessarily.
Dave Matthews?
No,
I
not
don't know
really.
what Dave Matthews looks
Well,
like.
that's odd.
Yeah, that is
I
odd.
mean, he's a pretty big artist.
Oh,
Really?
I don't think I can pick him out of a lineup.
Really?
That's
No.
Have you,
That's
you never
bizarre.
listened to any of his music?
No, I'm not a
Really?
fan. No offense, Sky.
I'm not a
sorry.
fan
I know
either.
that's your jam.
But
Yeah.
I know what Dave
But
Matthews looks
He's a
like.
big, he's probably gonna be a rock and roll Hall of Famer one day if he's not already. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, way to
crazy.
go, Emily. That's offensive.
Yeah.
So like, so
Yeah,
mentally,
like, are you hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
that's
pretty.
sorry,
it's
I'm
pretty
sorry.
wild.
I know.
But right now,
Like we're not talking about Chumbawamba. We're talking about Dave Matthews.
But right now,
guy
to
looks
make
like.
myself not angry at Emily, I'm telling myself I couldn't pick Rancid out of a lineup.
Well, Dave
you
Matthews
know?
is
There you
bigger
go.
than Rancid.
I know, but Emily.
Depends what world you're in.
Yeah, so like with Dave Matthews, I've mentally had that thought of like, what would I do? How would I handle it? All this and that.
How would you handle it?
Right.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, like when the Boo and I were newly married and I went backstage and did get to meet Dave Matthews, I had some thoughts.
Did you?
I had some thoughts going into that show of there's other ways to inflict pain.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
gosh, that's weird.
Ants marching?
Of what would happen if he pulled a David Lee Roth on me and started, screaming "fuck me" at my face.
Okay.
And
You never say that again,
that's what
bro.
happened, dude. He was like
I know,
thrusting
but-
It should be sexy. It wasn't.
It
Fuck me,
wasn't.
fuck me
fuck
at
me,
my
fuck
face.
me at my face.
It was like angry.
yeah.
That's how I felt. I felt he wanted to angry.
He was
fuck
screaming, fuck me at my face.
Oh my God!
the hell, man?
Ew.
Relax.
So maybe early in my marriage, when I went to meet Dave
You
Matthews,
would have cheated. Sky.
I had entertained the scenario.
Oh my God!
Of how it could go down.
Wow, Sky, I'm surprised.
But now, 25 years in,
I feel like now it's more
now
okay.
it's, yeah,
than
I
now-
honestly
went.
feel like
now it's
Now it's like you can.
You're telling me if Macklemore walked up to you and said, fuck me, right in your face, you wouldn't do it?
No, see, like that's the thought. I'm
That's
like,
crazy. I would.
Wait, what?
If somebody said, fuck me, I'd be like, oh, God.
Macklemore.
So are you supposed to want to fuck your favorite like musical artist of the opposite sex? Is that like a rule? Because people were looking at me like I'm a weirdo for loving him so much but not wanting to fuck him.
I think it's more looking at you so weirdly because you love him so much. Period.
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean,
People
nobody.
can't
I don't
believe it.
feel like
People can't
loves
believe it.
Macklemore
Oh, really?
like
They're
that.
always like, what year is this?
Yeah.
2013?
Really?
Macklemore?
Macklemore?
Can you not right now?
So not sexual vibes at all.
No, and that like weirded
Wow.
people out, which surprised me.
I don't know.
There's just no attraction to somebody that you think is that talented, has that stardom,
Like
is that like has that swag, is that cool?
Like, I
You
wanna be his best friend.
That's attractive to me.
You want to be Macklemore's best friend?
Yeah, like-
I'm your best friend, and I'm like so offended by that. Like I shouldn't be in that category. I'm better than Macklemore.
Whoa.
I agree.
I'm saying it, and I mean
I
it.
agree.
I'm
Like
saying it,
if
and I
I
mean it.
could move next door or a couple doors down to Macklemore in Seattle, right on the lake, and we could just become friends and have charcuterie and watch Big Brother together, I'd be all about it.
What the fuck are you talking
Like
about?
that's the dream. The dream isn't getting backstage and sucking his dick, but
Oh my god!
I can't take you saying sexual things anymore.
please stop.
It's off-putting. It's
should stop.
angry. It's disturbing.
I think we
Please,
should
Sky.
stop.
Please stop.